Alrighty, guys, let's get the show on the road. If it's your very first time here, be sure to let me know that it's your very first time. Welcome, welcome. It is a Monday. It is a brand new week, guys. I mean, hello, and Nogal, it is a brand new month. So we're closing out 2025. Can you guys feel the change in the atmosphere? Hey, can you feel the change in the atmosphere? Nuran, I see that it's your first time. Welcome, welcome. Boo me. It's your first time being on time. I love that. Welcome, welcome. Is it Mac's birthday? Did I miss something? Mac, is it your birthday? Mac, guys, we have a birthday in the house. Mac, happy birthday to you, girlfriend. What? 1st of December, your birthday. I love this. Oh, Mac, happy birthday, girlfriend. Happy birthday. Siwa's telling us about her weekend. Siwa says retail therapy and family time. Such a wonderful weekend. Oh, I love that. I love that. Retail therapy, we can never say no to retail therapy, right? And family time, that is so beautiful. Oh, D'Antoni says, I had my figure skating show. Ooh, figure skating. Wow. Oh, wow. That sounds amazing. And that sounds like so much fun as well. Alrighty. Okay, guys, let's get into it. So if it's your very first time, please be sure to let me know. Just top first times that I can give you a shout out. If you are a regular, welcome back. So welcome to the newcomers. Welcome to the regulars. My name is Mia. I go live Monday to Friday, 6:30 in the morning. This is where you'll find me, and this is where you'll find all of the regulars. If it's your first time, like Azri, I see you. D'Antoni, thank you so much. I appreciate the rose. So if it's your very first time and you're wondering what is happening here in this live, okay, so yes, I am getting ready for the day. So I'm putting on my makeup while I chat to y'all. While I go in with my color corrector, but it's much more than makeup. So what we focus here in this live, our focus is on the things that are within our control. Okay, so there are things that happen during the day that are outside of our control. What are the things that are outside of our control? How other people behave, that is something that is outside of our control. So we don't worry about that here in this live. We're selfish in this live. In this live, we are bringing our attention back to ourselves. We're saying, okay, what are the things that are within my control, such as the thoughts that I'm thinking, the thoughts that I'm entertaining as I go through my day, right? That's something that is within my control. Other things, the affirmations that you're affirming about yourself as you go through the day, right? That is something that is within our control. The stories that we tell ourselves as we go through the day, that is something that is within our control. Chance, I see you too. Okay, so here in this life, we are really not focused on things that we cannot control. We're not focused on people that we can't, you know what I mean? Other people, think of this as your me time. That's what you must think of it as, okay? We are deciding how we are going to show up in this day. That's what it's about. We're deciding how are we going to show up in this day, right? We are focused on ourselves, our own goals, our own feelings, our own thoughts. So yeah, selfish me time, okay? When I first started going live, I used to only talk about mindset. So that was my main focus. It was literally just about mindset. But as I've grown and evolved, I'm now also talking about body as well. And just to give you, we are made up, right, of more than just a mind, okay? So we're made up of mind, body, and soul. So I feel like we can't just be paying attention to one aspect of ourselves. We need to look at ourselves as a complete and whole being, because we are complete and we are absolutely whole. Alrighty. Let me get in here with my foundation. Chance, thank you so much. I appreciate that. So guys, make sure that you go up here and you claim your points. So remember that TikTok gives you points for engaging, right? So be sure to click up here. You should have like a little plus sign on your side and make sure that you claim your points. You can claim points for your watch time. You can claim points for making a comment. So make sure that you are claiming your points. All right, guys. What that also does is that it helps your own account, believe it or not. It also helps your own account, and TikTok knows that you are here in this live and you are active as well. All right, so be sure to claim your points. Guys, let's get into today's topic. So if you're brand new here, every day we've got a new topic, okay? Every day we've got a new topic, something that we just discussed while I'm doing my makeup. Chance, I see you, baby cake, saying good morning, Mia, and everybody else. King Travis, I see you too. Alrighty, guys. So let's get into it. I'm so curious, guys. Who here keeps a vision board or a dream board? And I mean, we are about to close up 2025, right? Did you guys make a vision board for 2025? Did you have a vision board when you started 2025? Let me know if you keep a vision board, a dream board, if you've had one for 2025. Give me a me in the comments. Bron, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you for the heart me. Sibu, I see the hand is up. So hand is up because it's your first time, or hand is up because you keep a vision board? So Mac, I see the me. Wool, oh, I see the me. Oh, I love this. Chan says, I use an app that I can save my vision board as a screensaver. I love that, Chance. And we're going to discuss that as well today. We're going to discuss ways in which you can actually keep a vision board, because you don't want to make a vision board and put it in a drawer, right? And never look at it again, right? We want to keep our vision board alive. Sibu says, lol, I keep a vision board. Okay, Sibu, awesome stuff. Nzi says, I have been writing my goals for the vision board. It's still pending. Alrighty. I hear you. Let me see. So let me know who here, if you haven't already, let us know, do you keep a vision board? Did you start off 2025 with a vision board? Or maybe you didn't start off with a vision board. Did you later on maybe make a vision board? I'll be honest, I didn't start off 25 with a vision board, a dream board, but later on in the year, I actually made myself a vision board. And in fact, what has inspired today's topic was the fact that yesterday I was just looking at my vision board and I was just wondering, like, okay, what are the things that I have actually manifested from this board? And I saw that there's two things that have manifested, two things that have come true for me. And then there's one thing that is actually still busy unfolding, right? And that got me thinking about this topic about dream boards and vision boards. And what if it's much more than just putting together pictures? What if it's much more than just putting together pictures, right? What if by putting together a dream board, a vision board, we are actually deciding, we're calling in a new experience. We're giving our mind and a body sort of like a blueprint on, this is what I would like to experience. This is what I would like to call in. Hey? Buddy Q, I see the compliment. I appreciate it. Bron says, I want to make it this month for next year. So one of the things, Bron and everybody else, one of the things I love about this time of the year, right, is the fact that, yes, we are closing out 2025. So it's a chance for us to think about the year, to think about how far we've come, to think about what have we managed to manifest, what haven't we manifested, and then to start getting ready for 2026. Okay, to start thinking about what is it that we want to call in to our experience. That's it, to be conscious about it. What is it that you want to call into your experience? Okay. If you're still with me, double tap the screen. Let me know that you are still with me. If you're like, oh my gosh, I'm ready to start putting together my dream board for 2026, give me a dream board in the comments. Let me know that you are ready to start putting together your 2026 dream board. The other thing is that we don't have to wait until 2026 to start thinking about, oh, what would I like to call into my experience, right? We can get out ahead of it, right? We can already start thinking about it. We can already be like, oh, this is what I'd like to call in. This is what I'd like to call in. You know, we can already get into that sort of yummy space, that creative space. KG, I see you saying dream board. Faith says, no, I didn't, but I will make it in 2026. Faithy, 2026 is too late, boo-boo. We need to start thinking about it now. Dumelo, thank you so much. I saw you sending a heart me. Nzi, I see that you gave me a follow and I appreciate it. Right. So guys, who else? Bron, I saw you saying a dream board, right? KG, Mac, I see you all saying a dream board. So guys, one of the things, today counts, okay? So I'm one of those people, I really believe that today counts. We don't have to put things off, okay? Whoa, thank you so much for sending a heart me. I appreciate it. We don't have to put things off, okay, guys? So we don't have to go, oh my gosh, you know what? I'm only going to do a dream board in 2026. Like, if you're in this energy with me and you're like, oh, I want to start thinking about what I'd like to bring in and call into my experience, then we can start thinking about our dream board today. Right? We can start thinking about our dream board today. Detox, I see that you're in the building. Every time Detox is in the building, she shares the live. That's how I know that she is here. Alrighty. So let's start looking at, you know, what are the benefits also of having a dream board, a vision board, right? So it's one thing, obviously, to write down and say your goal is, I'm just going to use an example. Maybe the goal is to move, right? It's one thing to write it down and say the goal is to move, but it's a whole different ball game when you start to think about, but what does this new place that I'm going to move into look like? What does this new place that I'm going to move into look like? And this is how I want us to sort of bring those images to life on our vision board, all right? Start thinking about, if your goal is to move, okay, what does this new place that you want to move into look like? If your goal is you want to call in a beautiful, loving, healthy relationship, okay, what does it look like, So our brain thinks in images. Our brain thinks in images, okay? And our body thinks in feelings and sensations, right? So as we are putting together this dream board, we want to bring both our mind and our body along for the journey, all right? So we want to think about, okay, this is the goal. So let me just say the goal is I want to move. I'm just using an example. Great. Then you want to start thinking about, okay, great. What does this new place that I'm going to move into, what does it look like, right? And as you're starting to choose images for your dream board, you want to think like, oh, how does this image make me feel, right? Remember, mind and body. So we don't just live up here, we're mind and body, okay? If you're still with me, double tap the screen. If you're like, yes, you want to start putting together your dream board, you want to start thinking, what are you calling in next? What's your next chapter? What would you like to manifest next? Then give me a dream board in the comments. Give me a dream board in the comments. The other thing, guys, with dream boards and vision boards, right? So first of all, our mind thinks in images. So let's get clear on the image, right? So start to think of your dream board, your vision board as a blueprint. So you're saying, this is my blueprint, mind and body for 2026. And I'm going to start working on it, right? We don't have to complete it all today, but we start thinking about it. We start thinking about, what would I like to call into my experience, right? That's what we're at. That's where we're at. We're just thinking about it. So this is the blueprint. We're giving our mind and our body a direction. This is where I want to go in 2026. If you're still with me, double tap your screen. If you're feeling like, yes, you want to start thinking about, all the yummy stuff that you want to call into your life for 2026, give me a dream board in the comments while I go in and do my concealer placement. Let me go in and do my concealer placement. Do you guys remember I told you about the reticular activating system? So we all have something called a reticular activating system, okay? And when you create a vision board, you are literally telling your reticular activating system, it's also known as a RAS. So you are telling your RAS what to look for, what to filter for, what you want to focus on, okay? So that's another thing. So we just want to get ready. We want to be on some, this is where I want to move. This is what I want to call into my experience in 2026. And I want my RAS to be on board. I want my RAS, my reticular activating system, you know what I mean? To show me more of this, right? To bring this into my awareness. That's what we're doing when we're creating a vision board. Alrighty, so let's think of some ideas, guys, on how we can create a vision board, right? So when I started doing vision boards way back when in the day, and maybe I'm revealing my age when I say that, but when I started creating vision boards way back when, I literally would take a cardboard box and I would literally take magazines and I'd cut out images and paste the images on the board, right? But I mean, listen, it's 2025, we have evolved. We don't have to cut out pictures and put them on boards, right? So, and one way, and this is how I do it now, is I use Canva. Dumelo says, Raz sounds intoxicating. Oh, lol. Oh, that is so funny. Raz sounds intoxicating. Yeah, Dumelo, I love that comment. So what I wanted to say is one way that I do it, for instance, is I actually do it on Canva. So I'm sure everyone here is familiar with Canva, right? So you can literally go to Canva and you can type in vision board template, okay? And you can literally choose a template that speaks to you. Doesn't really matter, just whatever template that you like. Okay, I like the layout of this template. And then you start to add images now. You start to think about your goals in terms of images, right? The brain loves and thinks in images, all right? So this is one way that you can do it. And when you are done, so what I do when I'm done with it is I actually save it as my screensaver. So I download it and I save it as a wallpaper for my phone. Because how many times in a day are we looking at our phone? I mean, come on, guys, how many times in a day are we looking at our phone? So that's one way of keeping your vision board alive as well. So every time you reach for your phone, there it is, it's sitting as your lock screen or your wallpaper. What about WhatsApp? You're talking on WhatsApp, you know that you can save your background, the image. You can change the background image or the background wallpaper in WhatsApp. So that's another way. So you can create your vision board, save it, and then save it as an image, and then go into WhatsApp. I mean, how many times are we in WhatsApp, WhatsApping people, responding to messages? And then every time you are responding to someone, you see your wallpaper, which is your vision board. And that's how we bring it to life and it stays alive within us. Does anybody have any other ways that they go about creating their vision board that they would like to share with us? Because maybe the way that you do it will spark an idea in somebody else. Let me know. And double tap the screen, guys, if you are still with me. So Dumelo, I wanted to explain, you spoke about RAS sounding exciting. I wanted to elaborate just a little bit more. So let me show you how RAS works. The regulars have heard this because I've explained it before to the regulars, right? So how our RAS works. Have you ever, for instance, decided, okay, today's a day you're going to wear a pink dress. And let's say you then step out and you go into the mall wearing your pink dress. Anyway, you get to the mall and all of a sudden it feels like everybody else in the mall is also wearing a pink dress. That is how you've just activated your RAS, your reticular activating system. So by choosing to wear a pink dress, your reticular activating system is activated and it goes, okay, great. I'm going to show you other pink dresses. So it almost feels like, where did all these pink dresses come from? It's like you all of a sudden are aware of the pink dresses, right? That is the reticular activating system, your RAS in action. Another way or another example that I can show you is, have you ever bought a car? So you go ahead and you buy a car, whatever the brand might be. And there you are driving this car. And then all of a sudden, it feels like everybody else on the road is also driving your brand of car. And it feels like, where did all these cars all of a sudden come from? But actually, all that's happened is that your reticular activating system has been activated. You've now got the car, whatever the brand is. And now as you're driving down the road, boom, you're becoming aware of the brand of car that you happen to be driving. But the thing is that the brand of car was always there, right? Just like the pink dresses in the mall, they were always there. The only thing that's happened is that we have become aware of it, right? So we've literally said to our reticular activating system, show me more of this. So this is what we must think about, guys, when we are creating our vision board, our dream board. Are you still with me? Give me a double tap on the screen. Zama, I see that you just gave me a follow and I appreciate it. Guys, also make sure that you are going up here and you are claiming your points, right? So remember that TikTok gives you points for engaging, right? So be sure to go in there, claim your points, especially if you know you're going to be here for a long time, for instance. Go in there, claim your points. Okay, you get points for watch time, you get points for interaction, for, making a comment during the live as well. So be sure that you are claiming your points. Are you guys still with me? Double tap the screen if you are still with me. And you can also let me know, how do you keep and do your own vision board, your dream board? Do you also use Canva? What about Pinterest? Does anybody here use Pinterest for their dream board? Oh yes, Bron says, is it good to use words as well in your vision board? Okay, so Bron, I'm someone, I love words. So for me, I love to add words, okay? So if it speaks to you, then absolutely. So for me, I would still have, like, let me say, if I'm thinking about moving to a new house, right? I'll still have the house and then I'd still have words that excite me, all right? So there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. The big thing here, Bron, is how do you feel when you look at your board? How do you feel when you look at the images? How do you feel when you look at the words that are on your board? Luke, I see that you just sent me a heart me. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So you can add words, no problem, but be sure that you've got images as well, Bron. So don't make it a word board, all right? A word here and there is okay, but make sure that you still have some yummy images. And also check in with yourself on the images. So does this feel like a yes in my body when I look at this image? You know, do I feel warm? Do I feel expansive? Molweni to you too, Luke. Okay, so these are the kind of things that you want to think about as you're putting together your board. I am just looking for my bronzer. There it is. Bron, exactly. So I love words, and there's certain words that just sort of like excite me, Bron. So I would still have my vision board with my images and then add a word here and there. So sprinkle some words that sort of excite me. You know what I mean? Words that when I think of that word, I feel like, ooh, yes. Yummy stuff. All right. So let's start thinking, guys, about what it is that we would like to call into our experience in 2026. If you didn't have a vision board for 2025, it is all good, all right? We are entering into 2026 with this yummy energy, this energy of, oh, I want to become conscious of what I'm calling into my life, what I am creating, because we are creators, guys. We are creating all the time. And using a vision board is just one fun way that we can create. All right, it's a fun way of doing it. Zama says, I used Pinterest this year. Oh yeah, Pinterest is such a cool tool, guys. And another thing with Pinterest, oh, I love Pinterest. You can even have multiple boards on Pinterest, right? So for instance, like I've got I want to redo my bedroom, right? So I've got a board just for my bedroom, and it's almost like a mood board, and I keep adding to it. I keep thinking like, oh, I like this color, you know, I like this type of a bed. Oh, I like this type of bedding. So the nice thing with Pinterest is you can have multiple boards, right? So that's a really nice way of using, you know, dream boards as well. And another thing, guys, if you had a dream board for 2025, actually pause and have a look and see what things have actually manifested, what has actually come true for you this year. And I'd like to encourage us to start keeping it manifested board or it happened board, right? So something where we actually just sort of, oh my gosh, this was on my dream board and it's actually manifested. And just keep a record for yourself somewhere, because it's also nice to look back and see the evidence of, I kept a dream board and these are the things that manifested. These are the things that came, you know, into my experience. So it's just a nice, almost think of it like an evidence board, but also just like have fun with it. Like have fun with it. Don't make it too serious. Just like an evidence board, and, you know, think about, oh, this was a goal for myself this year and it's come true. And then you move that image to your evidence board, your done board. You know what I mean? Your thank you. It is now in my reality board. Are you still with me, guys? Give me a double tap on the screen if you are still here. Luke says, count me in. Dimo, I see you sharing the live and I appreciate it so much. Alrighty, guys. Are you feeling inspired to start thinking about your 2026 vision board? Give me a yes in the comments if you are feeling inspired and you're like, you know, I haven't really thought about it yet, but I actually want to start thinking about what do I want to call into my experience in 2026. Give me a yes if you're feeling inspired to start thinking about this. And then I'll tell you what our play is for the day. And if you would like to share any way that you keep a vision board, a dream board, if it's something that I haven't mentioned, you know, you are more than welcome to let us know. Maybe the way you're doing it can really inspire us. Also, think of, oh, Luque says, yes, my first in years. Yes, let's do it, guys. Faith says, yes, yes, yes. Let's do it, guys. Let's start getting excited about the new year, right? We don't have to wait until 2026 to get excited about 2026, right? We can already be like, ooh, yummy, you know? What would I like to create? What would I like to experience, right? We can already start thinking about it and start playing around with this, right? So we don't have to finish the entire board today, okay? We don't have to finish the entire board today, but our play for today, our play, guys, is to let's start putting together and thinking about it, okay? So for instance, I want you guys to just think of one image that you would like to add to your dream board today. Just one image. You don't have to think of 10. Remember, we do things here one day at a time. We don't have to create the entire board today. But can we add one image? Can we think of a goal and then think about what does that look like? If I had to find a visual representation for that goal, what does it look like? And can we add that to our board today? All right? Just one image and add it to our board. And if you're thinking about like where do you keep a board? So then part of your assignment today is to think about it. Either you're going to use a PowerPoint presentation to start putting your board together. You're going to either go to Pinterest, create a brand new board in Pinterest and add your first image, or use Canva like I do. I love Canva. So go to Canva, type in vision board template, dream board template, all right? Choose a layout that you like. Ooh, I like this layout, okay? And then add your first image. So we don't have to wait until the 1st of January to start working on our vision boards, guys. We can start every day just to add something in there, all right? So that's what we're doing this week. Every day we are adding an image to our vision board, all right? So that is where it is at today. That is our play today. We just want to go think about an image that represents our goal and we want to add it to our vision board. So start to think of your vision board as your blueprint. We are giving mind and body a blueprint. This is where I want to move to. This is what I want to call into my experience. Alrighty, are you guys going to take up the play today? If you are going to play today, so I no longer use the word challenge. When I started lives, I used to use the word challenge. I don't like that word anymore. So we use the word play, right? We want to move through our day playing. We want to enjoy our day, right? So if you're like, yes, you are going to play today, give me a play in the comments. A play in the comments. If you're like, you're going to play, you're going to start to create your vision board. You're going to think of one image that you can add to your vision board. Luke says play. I love that. Max says play. I love that. Faithy says play. Bron says play. I love this. I love this for us, guys. So this is where it's at. Let's play and let's have fun. While we close out 2025, let's start thinking about, 2026, baby, right? And also congratulate yourself for everything that you've already achieved so far for 2025, right? You don't have to wait until the 31st of December to congratulate yourself. You can start congratulating yourself. You can already be like, oh, you know what? This was on my vision board. When I started 2025, or maybe you only did your vision board a little bit later in the year, like me, right? And if you've got things that have already manifested for you, well, congratulate yourself and give thanks. Thank you, God, that this has come into my experience. I put this on my vision board earlier on this year, right? We don't have to wait until the 31st of December to do that. We can do that today. We can give thanks today, right? Today matters and today counts, right? And we only have to worry about living one day at a time, right? Today matters, today counts, so we can give thanks today. And we can start planning, oh my gosh, what would I like to bring into my experience in 2026? Mac says, yes, we need to give thanks. Absolutely, Mac. Absolutely, we need to give thanks. Absolutely, but we don't have to wait until the 31st of December. We can start giving thanks right now. We can start giving thanks today. And we can start thinking about, what else would I like to create, right? Because we are the creators in our reality. We are the creators in our reality, in our experience. It is us, guys. We are creating, right? How do we create? We create with our thoughts, yes? We create with images, right? So let's have fun. Let's create. Let's have fun. Let's unleash our inner creativity, our inner dreamer, right? Let's start thinking about, what does my next chapter look like, right? What does it look like? if a goal, maybe you didn't get to the gym this year, right? It happens. And next year you're like, okay, fine, you know what? I really want to make sure that I get to the gym. Okay, so what does your dream body look like, right? What does it look like? Maybe you find a picture of someone doing a yoga pose. Oh, you know, maybe that's what it looks like. It looks like flexibility when I look at that picture of somebody doing a yoga pose. Do you know what I'm saying? So let's have fun with this. Mac says, I do the vision board with my son. It has helped him with excelling in his marks. Oh, that is so beautiful, Mac. I absolutely love that. Oh, I love that. You know, you just reminded me when my son was much younger. And anytime I wanted us to move, I would start planting ideas in his mind. And I'd say to him, you know what, it's time for us to move. We need to move house, but let's start thinking about the house that we want to move into. Let's start thinking about it. And I'd say to him, okay, so start thinking about what are the things you'd like to do in your new home? What are the things you'd like to do? Just to start bringing the vision to life, you know? So Mac, I completely get that. As a mom of a boy, Nochal, I completely get it. But that's also how we can play with kids, right? You know what I'm saying? Also bring them into this creation, you know, be like, oh, we're moving into a new chapter. Let's start thinking about, all the things that we want to, bring into our experience in 2026. So it's not that we have to do this alone. We can definitely bring our kids along for the ride. If you are still with me, double tap the screen. Let me know that you are still with me. If you are finding value from this session, be sure to give me a follow. I go live Monday to Friday, 6:30 in the morning while I do my makeup and I chat to you guys. And if you give me a follow, you'll get a notification when I go live and you can come and you can join in on the live. Every day is a new topic. I'm not going to do a theme this week. I'm just sort of going with the flow. So I used to do like a theme, but this week I'm just sort of like, you know what? It's December. We are wrapping down 2025. We're getting ready for 2026. So I'm just sort of like, going with the flow. So every day will be a new topic, no specific theme, but you know what? We just, whatever's yummy, whatever's yummy to discuss, whatever's yummy to chat about, that is where it is at. Then ladies, while I'm chatting to you guys, I wanted to also just let you know, I'm going to go live on Saturday at 4 p.m. So Saturday, 4 p.m., I'm going to go live and I'm going to be interviewing and chatting to a girl. Her name is Kimmy and she is here on TikTok and she has a page and her handle on TikTok is The Womb Speaks. So you know how last week we were talking about how our body speaks, how our body is wise, listening to our body, listening to the yeses and the nos that our body gives us, right? Listening to our body's wisdom because our body speaks to us. So Kimmy is doing content all about the womb and how the womb speaks. And her handle literally is The Womb Speaks. So 4 p.m. on Saturday, ladies, come and join me. I'm going to go live and I'm going to be chatting to Kimmy and I'll be interviewing her. So it's going to be sort of like a TikTok live type interviewing her about her work. But I just thought just come and listen to her to explain how she got started with this work on The Womb Speaks. Okay, so if this sounds like something that you would like to do, ladies, please bookmark it. Saturday, 4 p.m. live here on TikTok. All right, live here on TikTok. We are just going to be speaking to Kimmy. So it's all lady stuff. I'm not saying men can't join. So if you are a man and you're here and you want to join, you are more than welcome to, right? Because you have women in your lives as well, right? So this can also just sort of help you dealing with your girlfriends, your sisters, your female colleagues. So if you are a man, you are more than welcome to join us as well. But ladies, this is specifically for us. The Womb Speaks. That's where it's at, Saturday, 4 p.m. Okay, so bookmark it, put it in your calendar so that you are here on Saturday at 4 p.m. All right, when we go live and chat to Kimmy. All right. So that was just all about, again, how our body speaks to us, how our body is wise, right? How sometimes we need to drop out of the mind and drop into the body. And I came across Kim's content and I absolutely loved it. So I, got in contact with her and I said, Kimmy, can I please interview you for my live? Thank you so much. I see the roses. I appreciate it, Mr. Wazi, but thank you so much. I appreciate it. So you can come on Saturday at 4 p.m. I'll remind you every day, so don't worry. But Saturday, 4 p.m., that is what we're going to be talking about. The womb speaks. And we're going to be listening to Kimmy and hearing what she has to say, about how she got started on this work. And she's going to give us tips also on how we can drop into the womb and listen to our beautiful, gorgeous wombs. Golly, thank you so much. I appreciate the follow. I appreciate it. So guys, if you are finding value from this session and you feel like you want to come in and you want to come and enjoy more live sessions with me, please be sure to give me a follow. TikTok should notify you when I go live. I go live Monday to Friday, 6:30 in the morning. All right, 6:30 in the morning. There's always a different topic of the day. So today, if you've just joined us, we have been talking about dream boards. That's where it's at. We are talking about, let's start thinking about what it is we would like to call into our experience in 2026, right? So we don't want to just write down a goal. We want to have an image for the goal, okay? So if the goal is a new car, start thinking about what does this new car look like? Start thinking about what does this new car feel like? How do you feel when you're in this new car? But look for a visual representation of the new car, all right? Oh, Toli says, love this. We also get free tutorials on makeup. Toli, I am such a girl's girl and I love me some makeup. I love makeup. So clearly for me, it's just one way that I sort of access my feminine, right? I spend a lot of my day up here in the mind. So I access a lot of my masculine energy as I go through the day. So for me, putting on makeup is just one way to sort of start my day accessing my feminine energy. And remember what I say here, guys, we are not trying to get rid of masculine energy, right? We just want a beautiful synergy between the two, a beautiful alignment between the two. Everyone, male and female, has both masculine energy and female energy within them, all right? Everybody. So don't think that because you're a man, you can't access your emotions. Or don't think that because you're a female, you must only access your emotions and you mustn't be up here in your mind. So essentially what I want here in this live is just an alignment between mind and body. We are a whole person made up of mind and body, meaning that we're also made up of masculine parts of ourselves and feminine parts of ourselves. All right. So the masculine part of myself is the part that I'm in from like 8 to 5 when I'm in my job. So that's why I put on makeup and I just feel like, oh, you know what? I'm in that yummy feminine space, right? Before I get into the masculine. Are you still with me? Double tap the screen. If you are still with me, I'm going to go in and bake my face. If you are still with me, double tap the screen. And if you haven't had a chance yet to let us know whether you're going to play today and start to choose one image to go onto your dream board, you still have a chance. You can just type the word play in the comments, just the word play, right? And start thinking about your dream board, one image that's going to go on your dream board. And how are you going to keep this dream board? Bron, mwah. Have a beautiful day too. Masachaba, I see that you are saying play. Love this. So this whole week, guys, when we come to the lives, I am going to remind you of your vision board. Okay, so this whole week, I'm going to be on some, okay, guys, today it's Tuesday. Let's add another image to our vision board. All right. So remember that we don't have to do everything all in one day. Okay. Sometimes that's what causes overwhelm when we try and do everything all at once, when we try and do everything all in one day. Okay. We only have to do today, all right? And we only have to do what we can do today. So don't aim to finish the entire vision board today. Just one image. One yummy image, one image that, oh, yes, this represents a goal. This represents something that I want to call into my experience, right? In 2026. Koli, I see that you said play. I love it. Nomke, well, I see that you said play. Okay, I see Bron is leaving us. All good, Bron. See you tomorrow morning. Masichaba, I see that you said play. Faithy says we're going to have a brunch in my church till late on Saturday, so I can join. Okay, awesome. So just a reminder, Saturday, the live will be at 4 p.m. and we'll be chatting to Kimmy. So I'll be interviewing her and she'll be telling us about her work, specifically all around the womb and how we can just tune into the wisdom of our womb. So the womb speaks. That is her handle here on TikTok. So if you guys want to already sort of find her, you're more than welcome to. Other than that, I will be interviewing her on Saturday, and you can come and you can chat, and we can listen to her, and you can ask questions as well, right? So it's not just me that's going to be asking her questions. You guys can also come ask her questions, share whatever is on your heart for the day as well. All right, guys, I'm going to quickly go in with my pressed powder. So this is Maybelline 355. The shade is Cinnamon. So let me just quickly go in with this. So guys, it is 7:15. So let me just tell you. So the topic for the day has been a dream board, right? We've discussed that. We've spoken about a dream board, and I've given you your play for the day. So I no longer use the word challenge. I use the word play, something for you to play around with for the day. So the main, I want to say, discussion and topic for the day is done. Guys, the time is 7:30. My makeup is done. I thoroughly enjoyed spending my morning with you guys. You know how much I love starting my morning this way. Thank you for interacting with me. Thank you for the comments. When you guys make comments, when you guys interact, it feels to me like you are playing with me. So I'm not just here alone, and I love it. I love and I appreciate each and every single one of you. I will be back here tomorrow morning, 6:30. We'll have a new topic. I don't know what the topic is right now. I'll wake up and I'll let you know. So there's no theme this week. We are just going with the flow. It is December, baby. And we're just going with the flow. We're just like, you know what? We are closing out 2025. We're ushering in 2026 and just sort of going with the flow this week. So no theme. The topic will be whatever the topic is tomorrow. All right. But I will see you all back here tomorrow morning. Have a day that is as beautiful as you are. Sending you all so much love. So much love. See you tomorrow morning. Bye, guys.